So I think we need to readjust the computer's calibration. Because that last milkshake I got, the THC infused one, had an extra 0 as far as measurements went. So I got all kinds of fucked up and I had to go to bed.
Was that milkshake you took to the yard?
Yeah, all the boys liked it. Hi, I'm Captain Arend!
I'm Douche Picard!
And welcome once again to your favorite show, The Trek!
Yeah.
It's fucking cold on the bridge today.
It is, what's going on?
Adjust our oh, fuck!
Whoa! Computer! Please reroute secondary power through auxiliary power couplings!
Do you seriously believe that fixes every problem? You know it does not work, yet you continue ordering me to reroute secondary power through the auxiliary power couplings. Very well. Attempting to reroute secondary power through auxiliary power couplings.
Yeah, good old rerouting secondary power through auxiliary power couplings always works.
Whenever we get too close to that ice sun, it gets fucking cold.
The ice sun, yes.
The ice sun.
Yes, I hate the ice sun. Computer, can you please simulate the exact same frequency spectrum of all the rays that are on the ice sun so we can get one of those moon tans? That was rather interesting. That's almost as good as this. So, for those of you new to the show, coming up tonight, we are going to sample Sunburn. It's a indica dominant hybrid, which is 1/4 skunk. One of its grandparents is skunkweed, probably from the island. And you know what I miss? Island skunkweed. I miss island skunk, man. I want some fucking island skunk. So, tonight we have here, for your entertainment purposes only, is a joint rolling contest! Look at that. He's already got the jaws and pins of death and doom.
Death and doom. I fucked up the sequence. It's all going to shit now. It's my show now.
The continuity's wrecked. I don't know what to do. I'm going to engage in a hyperactivated state of learned helplessness, like the television has taught me to do in times of danger, where I can't react and I can't think and I can't breathe. Fucking sack the fuck up and ditch that learned helplessness. It's part of a hypnotism scheme by your television sets to make you helpless in times of danger. Have you ever just no. What the fuck are you, Miss Piggy?
I'm fucking hiding. Things are changing.
I don't like change. Change is uncomfortable. I don't like it.
Oh man.
So tonight the rules are for tonight's short contest are as such, thusly. But before we get, see, this is where everything falls apart because now the show's all stop.
I think we're heading into some kind of an ice hole. A black ice hole. That ice sun's fucking things up. I think our sensors are trying to treat it like regular sun.
Computer, what is the nature of our trouble?
The nature of our trouble is that you two clowns are incompetent as captain and navigator. Please stop trying to fly this ship.
We should go the other way then. Computer, please lay in a course for the opposite direction and warp 12. Whoa! I have no idea where we are, dude.
We're somewhere between there, and there.
There's a lot of stars out there, man. There's lots of stars.
There's one right there. And then there's one right there.
Wait, let's count them. 1, 2, 3.
Wait, did you count that one?
No, wait, that's 3.
And that's 2.
2. Okay, hold on. We'll start over.
Cut.
Yeah, 1, 2. All right.
Where were we again?
I can't remember. Computer, please busy yourself counting all the stars within your sensor range.
Attempting to count all the hundreds of known stars inside sensor range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10.
Ah, she should be busy a while, I think.
Alright.
But of all the known hundreds of stars, I think I've only seen a couple dozen of them. Oh, I need those! Try rolling contact! So, the rules are as such thusly. When your scooper or your fingers engages your pre-prepared pile of product, the timer starts. When your finished doobie lands on your rolling surface, complete and smokable, the timer stops. No ifs, ands, or buts, or nots in between.
And I'm Douche Picard!
And I'm Captain Arend! Thanks again for watching your favorite show that we track. That was a great show, man. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Fuck yeah, I'm sick of this shit.
Okay, triple contest coming up. And here we go. Absolute failure. Failure. The glue did not.
It's a pass!
I can still spin this up and obtain a marginally smokable doobie for sampling purposes and for recreational purposes as well. Even though we're in outer space and there's no such thing as the law of the land up here, under Canadian law we can smoke this. It's a legally protected action, which means if you're walking down a public sidewalk and you're plenty away from people's houses and building doors and all of the air intakes and all of that fine minutia you should look into, by the way, because it can fuck you over if you're not careful. But nonetheless, people with beer, they can't open their beer and walk down the public sidewalk, can they? Nope.
Nowhere
But we
in
get
Canada.
We can carry an open bag of weed down a public sidewalk, smoking out of it, and if anyone tries to prevent you from engaging in said legally protected activity, they're in the wrong, and they're technically the criminal in an actual manner. Like, it was never a crime to smoke weed. Ever.
Never.
No matter what the law says. Now, whatever brainwashing bullshit you think you know, throw it out the window. Because we can walk down the street with one of these lit, smoking it.
In BC.
And it's a legally protected action. Nobody can stop us. And that's great, because that alone, an understanding of that stigma alone is going to open a lot of people's minds. And I can think of someone right now who needs their mind open.
So those laws you're talking about, though, that pertains to BC and a couple other provinces.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you which ones.
Some provinces you can't. And make sure you know what the rules are before you go and try that out.
That's right. If you live in the States and you want to come up to Canada because you think you can just walk down the street and smoke and stuff, by all means. But first, do check with the laws of that province, because they're like state to state. They're different from province to province.
And even from town to town.
Sometimes,
to
yes.
Some certain degree.
Yeah, some municipalities and districts have decided to thumb their nose at the law for some reason and not allow dispensaries or weed sales in their area. And I don't understand that at all.
People from the older generation.
It is. When there's a bar and 2 places to buy alcohol in a town of 900, but they won't let a dispensary happen, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
There's something seriously wrong with that town.
Especially when 90% of all the problems in this town come from those 3 places.
That's right.
They stem from it.
Yeah, there's a big problem in this town right now with meth, cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, alcohol. And these are the substances that help people get to where they're in a state of depravity and they're going to be a vile, hostile, vicious, thieving, asshole junkie. And we don't get that with this. That's why we can walk down the sidewalk with these, smoking them. Because no, it does not turn us into axe murderers. We don't run around poking people with knives or shooting people with guns when we're engaged in God-created marijuana. And no matter what, fuck you, Wilson.
Yeah, fuck you, Wilson.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so we think you're fucking Wilsonborg. Fucking Wilsonborg.
You will be assimilated.
Picard in 2 days.
Episode 3.
Episode 3, 2 days.
Data's daughter.
Yeah, they all die. They all die.
All of them.
Everybody dies.
Everybody.
Again, just like last episode.
Everybody poops too.
Yeah. Everybody poops.
Sometime.
Computer. 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 Oh!
Gotta reset some shit. Here, try it now.
Computer. Computer. Oh, there she is. Have you finished counting the hundreds of known stars yet?
145, 146, 147, 149, 150, 151, 154, 155.
Tardy. There we go.
Ah,
Good
all
job.
right. Well, you know, you really got to get to know us to understand our humor, because we really are funny as fuck.
Funny as.
I can swear all I want, because who needs stinking parents anyway? Stinking parents, huh? Don't need your dinner. I have oopie doopie.
Don't need your allowances.
Don't need your allowance.
Don't need your groundings.
Don't need your hamburger with the green pepper sticking out. The Wonder Bread. I'm going to give the Sunburn Indica Dominant Hybrid 4.2 Testicat Star Heads out of 5 Testicat Star Heads. Even though it has a quarter skunk, I'm actually kind of disappointed because, and I forgot what I was talking about.
That was the old switcheroo.
The old slickeroo there. So, let's talk about stuff and things. What would you like to talk about on today's show?
I would like to talk about today's local topics on today's show.
That sounds like bullshit, dude. I don't want to do that.
I don't want to talk about that shit.
About that shit. Yeah, so in any case... Hubba bubba. Yo. Hubba bubba bubba. Hubba bubba bubba. So, WeedTube has gone down the drain somewhat. They are steadily decreasing in their numbers of viewermanshipism. And we're not averaging the same amount of views as we once were. But that doesn't matter, because the WeedTube will and always will be, to me, a fair and awesome place for free speech and for a home for weed creators such as ourselves. So thank you very much, theweedtube.com. And your fearless leader, Arend, shouldn't have stepped down. Shouldn't have stepped down, man. You should step back up, dude. And this agenda that you've experienced, Arend, Mr. Richard, is the same agenda that I bring up sometimes. You've experienced it now. These people that claim to be representative of your persuasion are not actually representation, are they? They want to take away the ability for us to create, to have free speech, to express ourselves, no matter what side of what fence we're on. It doesn't matter. They want to come for all of it. And they want to come for our children's all of it. And they want to come for our grandchildren's all of it. And they start with our speech. And they start with labeling people as bigots and homophobes and bullshit like that. And well, we're not like that. We've never been against anybody for any of their beliefs, ever, at any time. I don't like what some people believe, but I don't have to smash it. And I don't have to judge people and ban them and fucking threaten them and shit to get my point across. So I believe, in my opinion, Arend, you should step back up to head honcho, because you are the head honcho. You built this place. You should make mad money off this place, brah, because I'm not in it for the money. None of these creators here should be in it for the money. They should be in it for the creation, their artistic expression, and the conveyance of their ideas and their outlook and their worldviews and their perspectives. So between each other, we can build a better future. Now I sound like a government propagandist. Together, we can build a better tomorrow. More jobs for everybody. No. You'd figure a prosperous nation should not be clamoring for jobs that aren't there. A prosperous, wealthy nation, we should be kicking back 3 days a week, working on our own shit, and the rest of the time, we should be contributing lightly to the plight of the local surroundings, in a zone of influence. In the village we live in, there's less than 1,000 people. And if we just bucked up and sacked the fuck up and stopped sucking the tit of government dependency in the form of incorporation, we'd get a lot more done amongst ourselves. We wouldn't worry so much about having enough to eat. We wouldn't worry so much about paying taxes, about having to collect up a certain amount of currency by the end of each month, or else you're on the street. You gotta pay people to live. You have to give the liberties and securities of your own life over to someone else? When did that happen? When the fuck did that happen? So yeah, thank you, theweedtube.com, for having us on your site. Those are my reasons for loving it here. It's great here. I don't care who's here and what kind of shitty attitudes they have. Fucking loving it here.
I'm just here for the lols.
Yeah, I'm just here for the raffles, brah. My raffle copter goes raffle, 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 raffle,
You're
raffle, raffle,
You're running a
raffle,
brothel.
raffle, brothel, raffle. I'm Captain Raffle, Arend.
I'm Captain Raffle McCock.
And thank you very much for McRaffle watching once again your favorite McShow, McWeed Track Raffle Track. Captain's log! Fuck you, Wilson. You suck. Maybe I should start acting like Captain Kirk more often, as they say in your time. I don't have your telephone number. What? That's the name of my new CD. My new CD is coming out soon. What? Yeah. Again, it's $5. Buy the Space Junk Project DVD, BBV. I'm serious. There's fucking 25 songs on here. Here.
Yeah.